What are those temperatures looking like for us?
It was definitely warm. Temperatures were close to at least tying the record, Ross. We hit a high today of 79 degrees in Meridian. The record is 80, so it was very, very close to at least tying the record. And this morning we started out with temperatures in the 50s. So again, well above the norm for this time of year. As far as where we're going for the rest of the week, we're going to have a similar setup. Each afternoon, temperatures in terms of our highs will be very close to the record for that particular day. So for Wednesday, we're going with 78 degrees for a high. The record is 81, so we'll see what happens. And then for Thursday, I upgraded it from the 6 o'clock newscast, dropped it down to about 79 for a forecast high on Thursday, but the record is 80. So again, very close. So again, we'll see what happens, but regardless, still feeling like spring as we go through this week. If you're wondering when the pattern is going to change, it looks like it's going to be as we head into next week. Here's a view of the big picture for Saturday. We're going to have this cold front coming in, which will move into our area by Sunday. Ahead of it is going to remain warm for your weekend, but on Sunday, the cold front's going to push in, and with it, it is going to bring us some cooler air behind it, and that's going to kind of take place as we head into next week. So cooler for the week ahead, and we're talking about temperatures getting closer to the average. We're not expecting an Arctic blast, but temperatures will more so kind of get closer to the norm for this time of year, which our highs will be kind of flirt with 60, and you'll see the details coming up with that 10-day forecast at 10. Right now, at this time frame, it's already at 61 degrees. So again, this is where we could be for highs sometime next week. But again, right now it's 61 in Meridian. Philadelphia is at 66. We have 65 for the Newton area. It's relatively comfortable, and in terms of the relative humidity, as you see, it's at 97%. I do want to point that out because as it gets to 100%, well, that's when we're talking about saturation of the air mass, and we could have some fog developing across the area. So as we look at the visibility, we were looking over Meridian. We saw a little bit of a haze there, and at the airport, they're reporting down to about a mile. Everywhere else, though, the visibility looks good. But as we look at the forecast, it looks like we could have some low numbers in terms of possibly getting less than a quarter of a mile as we head towards the start of your Wednesday. So if you have an early commute, or if you're going to just be out late tonight, just make sure you're allowing some extra drive time, because you just may encounter some low visibilities that may slow you down a bit. As far as the EMEPA live radar, in general, pretty quiet. There's a stalled boundary in place. And as we go through time tomorrow, we're going to stay south of that boundary. So again, keeping those temperatures on the warmer side of things, but due to the boundary being nearby through a portion of the day and some upper level influence, there's a chance for some spotty showers. So as we head towards, let's say, the daybreak time frame tomorrow through about midday, a hit or a miss shower can't be ruled out. So it's a good idea to carry an umbrella or have a light jacket with the hood. And as we head towards the afternoon, here's 4 o'clock. Not a whole lot happening, but an isolated shower is also a possibility. And it looks pretty good as we head towards your Wednesday evening. But again, for tonight, it's going to be mild and a bit on the muggy side, and fog is possible. Our lows will bottom out near 60. Well above the average. And for your Wednesday, your hump day, again, a spotty shower is possible. Temperatures back into the upper 70s. We're talking about that record challenging scenario. So here's a 10-day forecast at 10, keeping it mild through the weekend. But again, next week, temperatures closer to the average. You see some 60s back on the map for our highs, not our lows. And our morning temperatures next week will fall back into the 40s.